Well, hello there, and welcome back to a new episode of Nikki's Savory Vegan Eats. In case you haven't figured it out, I'm Nikki, your hostess. So if this is your first time watching my channel, thank you so much for coming to visit. Please go ahead and make sure you subscribe to my channel as well as like this video if you really do like it. But if you're a returning subscriber, hey lovelies, glad to have y'all back on my channel. So this video is actually going to be filmed in a couple of formats. It's going to be filmed in portrait as well as landscape. So bear with me. The way our kitchen is designed and set up, there is a barrier here. I have seen plenty of content creators on YouTube who have filmed their videos on portraits. So pull it up on the big screen TV. And there's another reason that I want to actually start off sharing my video in portrait format. So I'm going to start off by showing you how to make this jerk sauce recipe that I borrowed from one of my friends, dear friends, who is Jamaican, by the way. So for that reason, I'm going to put it into portrait format so you can see the ingredients up close and personal. Okay. And then from there, I will go ahead and show you all in landscape format how I actually build out my patties. So stay tuned, y'all. This should be fun. All right. So we're going to start off with the homemade jerk sauce. And you all, I'm going to try to do my very best to give you all measurements. My girlfriend's recipe did not come with any measurements. She said she just eyeballed it and tried to fill it out. And you know what? I made it last night myself and I just eyeballed it, you all. So I'm going to just try to do my very best. So this is why I wanted to make this portrait so that you all can see up close and personal for yourself. The amount of ingredients that I put in, the measurements, I'll do my very best to guesstimate and to put it in the description box. I know I owe y'all a recipe for my papaya salmon. I actually forgot about it, you all. I'm going to be honest. I forgot to put the recipe in there. And so I'm going to make sure that I put that in here. But as you can see, I am actually cutting up 4 stalks of green onions. So I'm actually trying to make enough to cover the beef patties I'm making. And then I'm not going to film it, but I'm going to actually make my husband some walnut Jamaican patties. He prefers the walnut and not the mock meat, which is perfectly fine. They're delicious too. I'm not going to show you all how to do that, but it's exactly the same process. And then if I am not tired and I still have some energy, then I'm going to show you all another bonus dish, which I'm going to use the remainder of that jerk sauce for. So again, just cutting up here 4 stalks of green onions. I want to make probably like a half a bowl here. So, all right, lovely. So up next, I'm taking a red onion. The recipe indicated just to cut up 1 whole onion, and I'm probably going to actually cut up half the onion. So I actually altered the measurements or the, feel of the measurements from my girlfriend's recipe. I didn't want to use a whole onion, but the flavor was still there for me. It didn't indicate what type of onion to use, but I have a tendency to gravitate towards red onions or yellow onions. I like yellow onions a lot too. So have at it. You can do sweet onions, whatever your preference is. The flavor is going to pretty much be there. So. All right, so I'm going to just take my half of red onions and put it inside of my bowl with my green onions. All right, so now I'm going to take some peeled garlic. Ooh, I think that's about enough. Yeah, that's about enough. Y'all, I got about 6 cloves, big, large cloves of garlic. I want my beef patties to have a nice garlic taste. I'm going to just simply smash them with my knife. All right, lovely. So as you can see, I have my smashed garlic. I want the flavor to be aromatic, and it is, y'all. It is. All right, up next, I'm going to take a knob of ginger. And I'm going to actually grate it sideways. And you can see the little pieces of ginger on the inside that I'm going to scrape out. This is where a lot of the juices actually flow out. And I am loving this. So I actually learned this little trick from my sister-in-law, who is Jamaican. So she schooled me onto this. But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and just grate it out like so. Okay, so I'm using my hands for 2 reasons. One, I am waiting for my new gloves to arrive. They should be here tomorrow after the fact. And then 2, I am cooking for hubby and I, so I do not have to use my gloves because I'm not cooking for any customers. So just simply taking that ginger. Oh my gosh, it smells so delicious, you all. And it's like little juices. You can see it right here. Look at that. That's what you want, okay? When it comes to making out this jerk sauce. Is that a little juice? I thought it was a little juice. Okay, that's it. All right, lovely. So we're going to go ahead and continue out. I am going to now take some fresh thyme, okay? And I'm going to just simply take a handful of thyme. And I'm going to just simply try to take off the thyme. So I'm just going to simply do it like this. All right. Take the thyme. And I'm going to just, let's see, this one is not, it's not like a full one, like a straight shot, but just take it with your finger and then you just slide it down and it just comes right on off. So I'm not going to sit here and have y'all watch me do this stick by stick, but I want to just show you. So what I'm just doing is just taking it and just sliding it off. I will show one more and then thank goodness for the magic of editing. I am going to fast forward this part. All right, lovely. So this is what we have. Look at that mixture. It's so aromatic, man. All right, let's continue. All right, so up next, I'm going to take a habanero pepper. Most people would use Scotch bonnet peppers. I didn't have time to find no Scotch bonnet pepper. I was not going to be driving all over the Las Vegas Valley looking for one either. But if you can get your hands on it, then have at it. I'm going to take half of it. You know, the recipe says take 1 or whatever your spice level is. I'm taking half because I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Let me do like this. Jump back, make sure nothing squirts out because I need my eyes. All right, so I'm going to take half. I cut it, and I'm just going to simply cut it up into little pieces. Make sure y'all see this. Again, you know your spice level. My husband loves spice more so than I do. And I can't handle it anyway because I had gallbladder surgery years back. Nonetheless, I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Whatever your spice level is, crank up that heat as you see fit, okay? All right, it's looking good and oh so colorful. Look at this, y'all. All right, let's continue. All righty then, and the fun continues. So now I'm going to take some dark brown sugar. Light brown sugar will suffice. That will probably do even better. That's what the recipe said, but I had leftover dark brown sugar, and I let my dark brown sugar actually harden. So don't act like I'm the only one that got some hard dark brown sugar in their kitchen, because I know I don't. I know I'm not the only one. So we're going to take 3 pieces, 3 chunks, but I would say to use about 2 to 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, so there you go. All right, so now we're going to take some tamari sauce. It's a soy sauce alternative. You can use soy sauce or tamari. And I'm simply filling this out, you all. I'm going to put it over the brown sugar so it can start to loosen up. I'm going to say I'm going to put in about, goodness. Y'all see this? Got to have enough so I can have for the jerk sauce. So, I had to get back to y'all the measurements on that. Well, I'm just going to use the rest of this. Seriously. But I hope y'all saw me pouring this in. I think it was about maybe this much in here. Maybe about 1/4 of tamari sauce or soy sauce, okay? All right, so this is totally optional. My girlfriend actually used the Kitchen Bouqet Browning and seasoning sauce. She used a little bit of both. Since I have like a lot of this, the tamari sauce, the soy sauce alternative, I'm going to just put in probably about a good 2 tablespoons of the browning. There we go. And we have to have our garlic powder up in this sauce, y'all. We have to have the garlic powder. Again, I am going to put in about 3 tablespoons since I already have fresh garlic in here as well. Followed by 3 tablespoons of onion powder, even though I have some onions in here as well, fresh onions. Then we're going to take our allspice. Now, if you have pimento berries, ground pimento berries to use, you can use those. I'm going to use my Jamaican allspice here. It smells so good. I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons because it's kind of strong, y'all. Okay. But it smells so good. Followed by some cumin. I'm going to go with a tablespoon of cumin. That's also strong. So be careful, okay? Can y'all guess what's up next? All right, so we have like the cumin in here. We have the allspice. We got a little sweet, savory, a little salty. So I'm going to take some cinnamon actually, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. That's about a tablespoon. And I'm going to take me, what do you think? Nutmeg. I'm going to take some nutmeg, you guys. All right, that's enough. Now, if I need a little bit more of certain ingredients, once I actually complete all of my ingredients, I'm going to fill it out. That's what you want to do, is taste your food. And you want to make sure that it has a nice balance of seasonings for you. Okay, so we're going to continue. I'm going to take some black pepper here. I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons of black pepper. That's about it. All right, I'm going to take some Pink Himalayan Salt. I'm going to take about a tablespoon, half a tablespoon actually. That's enough because we already have the tamari sauce. So, you know, it already has a salty impression. Almost done with this recipe. I'm going to take me some vinegar just right out the bottle, y'all. And I'm going to put in about a tablespoon. And that's enough. This is purely optional. I'm going to take some vegetable broth. And I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of that. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to take a fresh lime. And I'm just going to simply squeeze some of that nice lime juice in here. I could have used my little lemon lime squeezer, but it's after the fact. So I'm going to just take that and squeeze like so. And it's okay if you actually have some of the lime pulp inside of your mixture from the lime itself, because that pulp is going to give that nice little sensation there anyway, y'all. So yeah, okay, almost done. And now I'm going to take just a tab. What's this called? A tablespoon. I was about to say a tab. A tablespoonful of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. There we go. All right, lovelies, and this is what my mixture looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and mix. It's time to mix. I have my see-through bowl because I wanted y'all to see up close and personal what this looks like. And it smells so good, y'all. Oh my gosh. Just going to make sure it's nicely blended. Oh my God. Ooh, that is good. That's kicking. Oh, aromatic. When I tell you aromatic, oh my gosh, I can like literally drink this. I kid you not. It's so good. All right, so believe it or not, this is all of the ingredients I need except for one more. I promise this is it. There's one more. So of course I want to thicken the sauce a little bit. So I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch just to thicken it. Okay. About a tablespoon. I'm going to go ahead and thicken that up a little bit. So when I put together the beef patties and a bonus dish that I plan on making, if I'm not tired, then it'll actually have that level of consistency. So I'm going to go ahead and just gently mix this together and blend it all up so it can thicken. And as you can see, I have a nice, thick and rich, beautiful jerk sauce. All right, lovely. So my jerk sauce is sitting in back of me. It is sitting, marinating, letting all the flavors come together. While that is taking place, I am going to start off by taking some olive oil. I'm going to put it inside of my little portable stove or stove top here. At about a capful's worth. I have it nice and hot, so I want to make sure that you all can see that. Then I'm going to take my Beyond Burger plant-based patties, avocado oil. This one says that there is no soy, gluten, or cholesterol in that regard. So I don't use mock meat that often, but for today's recipe, I am. So I know my audience, I have a variety of audience. I'm going to use actually 2 patties of it. Actually, I'm not going to use all of them. I'm going to save the other ones for later. And I've actually built out my Jamaican patties using walnuts at 100% for my hubby. So I actually ran out of walnuts. That's why I can't show that. So I'm going to just take the patties and just break it up. Have it crumble. And I'm only going to make like 3 patties actually. So I don't need that much plant-based meat. Okay. There we go. All right. So you just the same process for the walnuts. You just simply will just cook it, cook the meat, cook the walnuts like you would with the plant-based meat. And then what you would do is put the jerk seasoning together. Get that going, the jerk seasoning. And then you would just build out your patties. So it's going to be the same process, you guys. Same technique. Okay, I'm just going to cook this down, let it cook down a little bit. And if you can't do nuts because you have a nut allergy, then use mushrooms. If you can't do mushrooms, then use lentils. Improvise, y'all. There's a lot of like substitutes out there that you can use to build out your patties. I just want to get this nice and brown before I add some of the jerk sauce. All right, lovelies. I promise you I'm almost done filming in portrait video for now. Okay, so here is my plant-based beef. It is nice and grinded. It is nice and brown and grinded the way that I wanted it. So now I'm going to take this sauce, this jerk sauce. I'm going to pour some of it. I'm going to save the rest for tomorrow because I'm going to show you all another dish. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this in. Let's see, just a little bit. Okay. Woo. So you can do that when you're in your house. You can lick your fingers. And this is the sauce right here, y'all. Okay. I'm going to just simply mix it in to my plant-based beef. You only need a little. And believe it or not, the way this crumbled up, this is actually going to serve for like 3 beef patties. And that's all I want. I just want to demo it out to show you all how to go about making it. Okay. If you are serving for a small family size, I would say just 2 beef patties. Larger size, use all 4. Or shoot, use 8. You're doing a party, catering, holidays, whatever the case is, use a couple of packs, you know, or just you want to stretch it, mix it with walnuts or mushrooms to be able to stretch it out how you see fit. Different ways to be able to get creative in this process. So like I mentioned early on, by just adding that cornstarch, it is actually, my sauce is starting to thicken just like I wanted it to. And you will notice that it has that brown flavored color and flavor that I'm looking for. And I can tell you right now that hubby has already tasted it and he gave the thumbs up. He said, ooh, and then he kind of coughed like, it tastes good. Yeah, it got a nice little kick to it. Seriously, no dramatization. His words, not mine. All right, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off this portable stove. Okay. Allow my mixture to set in. And then guess what I'm about to do next, y'all? About to make these patties from scratch. About to make the crust, y'all. Stay tuned. Okay. This is where I'm going to actually have that landscape video view for those y'all that just need that landscape video view. Stay tuned, y'all.